Hey guys, how are you? Cheryl here. It is day 4 of my 90-day video challenge. And what do I want to talk about today? I knew what I wanted to talk about before I turned this camera on, but this is part of the reason I'm doing this 90-day challenge, so that I can improve myself in front of the camera. So actually what I'd like to talk about is complaining. Do you know that complaining actually can block your, complaining blocks your blessings. Okay, because complaining, 1, it's a sin, and 2, you're just bringing negative energy. So instead of focusing on the good things that are going on in your life and the positives, that you're looking for something to complain about. Okay, you're putting yourself and your mind in a negative state. Okay, I can remember once, sharing an office with several people, and my coworkers were just complaining. I mean, they were talking about people and just going on and on. And I politely turned around and asked them, could they take it somewhere else? Well, as you can imagine, I didn't really get a very warm and fuzzy response, right? But I just didn't want to hear it, because a lot of times, even though you may or may not, right, be participating in that, either complaining or talking about other people, just the fact that you're listening to it and it's entering your ears brings a negative energy, which is why I asked them, and I was not, y'all need to take that somewhere else. I asked very nicely, do you guys, can y'all take that somewhere else? And, I got hit with a lot of resistance, but they stopped. They weren't happy with me, but they stopped. But do you know that years later, one of them actually gave me a really nice card and thanked me for that. So, even though, if you're in a situation like that and you say, hey guys, y'all need to take that somewhere else, even though, their reaction might not be a very positive one, don't think that you haven't gotten through to them. Because see, your job is to be a light, right? You're supposed to be a light onto others, to be able to look to you for inspiration. That's our role every day. Because you know what? A lot of people, you don't know necessarily what they're going through. You don't really know what their life story is. And, sometimes we think, oh, what can somebody get from me? But sometimes it's the thing that you very least expect that can serve as an inspiration to others. So, I talked about, I think yesterday, I talked about being true to yourself. And that's being true to yourself, Don't be negative. I mean, being negative and complaining, it's not natural. Some people say, oh, it's natural, it's what I do, but actually, it's not natural. And so, it's not a habit. Well, sometimes it can technically become a habit, but it's not natural. Internally, it's not natural. So, look around you, look at the people around you. Successful people, really successful people, surround themselves with other people who are positive and encouraging, not complainers, always complaining about stuff. So I just want you to be conscious and aware of, your behavior, the people around you, and if you're not where you want to be, or do you complain? Do you talk about people? Do you allow people to talk about other people? Because the truth of the matter is, if people will sit in a room and talk about other people, when you're not in the room, they're talking about you also. So that's another reason why you need to just put a stop to it, okay? If it's a situation where, you can't tell them, hey, can you guys take that somewhere else? Then you politely find a reason to leave the room or whatever the situation is, so that you don't have to listen to it. Okay, so that is my message for today. I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.